Next topic is recursive function. So we were discussing about function. For including a function in a C program, we have three parts. First, we have to declare the function declaration or function prototype, where we specify the number and type of arguments, return type, function name, etc. After that, function definition can be given that defines the complete function, and then function call. Function call is given at appropriate points, either in main function or in some other functions. So at that point, that particular function is called. So based on the function definition, if it returns any value, then that complete function is executed and the return value we can obtain. Otherwise, if it is void type, it won't return any value, but it will perform the various tasks that are defined within the function. So that's all about a function. And when a called function in turn calls another function, a process of chaining occurs. So a function can call another function. It's like one function definition will be having function call of another function, like that. It's called a chaining process. And one special type of this is called recursion, where the function will call itself. It will be much more simple with an example example of factorial. So we know that factorial of n is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 up to 3 into 2 into 1 till 1 or till 0 it goes. So for example, factorial of 4 is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, it goes like that. And factorial of 0 is always 1. This is the function to calculate the factorial. So int factorial, factorial is the name of the function. It returns an integer value and it has an argument which is an integer. So we have to calculate the factorial of the digit n or the number n. Int fact, so this is the variable to calculate the factorial, and if n is 0, if this n value is 0, that means 0 factorial return 1 because 0 factorial is 1. Else fact is equal to n into factorial of n minus 1. So this is the statement that gives this function a recursive character, because each and every time when a factorial function is called, it is calling itself with a lesser number. So if factorial 4 has to be calculated, factorial 4 is 4 into factorial 3. Again, factorial 3 is 3 into factorial 2. Again, factorial 2 is 2 into factorial 1. Again, factorial 1 is 1 into factorial 0. Then only you will get the value. Factorial 0 is 1. Okay, so here only thing we define is factorial 0 is 1. All the rest of the values, it calls the same function again. So this is the recursive nature of this function. So we will check the whole C program. So this is the program that we use to calculate the factorial of a number using a recursive function. So this is the recursive function which I explained earlier. If n value is 0, it has to return 1. Else factorial value, fact, this is a variable, that is equal to n into factorial of n minus 1. So this is a single line that makes this function recursive in nature. So if we want to calculate factorial 3, it will be 3 into factorial 2. Then it again calls factorial 2 is 2 into factorial 1. Again it calls factorial 1 is 1 into factorial 0, and factorial 0 is already given. Factorial 0 is 1. So like that, if we give a higher number greater than 0, what will happen? It goes on decreasing till it becomes 0. So let's check the output. Say if we give it as 3, 3 into 2 into 1 into 1. So it is 3 into 2, that is 6. 6 into 1, that is 6. Similarly, if we give the value as say 6, 6 into 5, 30. 30 into 4, it is 120. Then 120 into 3, that is 360. Then 360 into 2, that is 720. So this is how factorial is calculated, and we have already discussed the program with a simple loop. But this is a function which is recursive in nature, and this statement makes it recursive because within the within that factorial function, the same function is called again. Such functions are called recursive functions. So as we saw in the program, when function factorial 3 is called, what will happen? What will happen in main function? We are calling factorial 3. Inside the factorial function, it calls factorial 2, factorial 1 and factorial 0 recursively. Then factorial 3 calls factorial 2, 1 and 0. Only when all these are completed, till it gets factorial 0, it will go on like this. So check this green uh, arrows. Factorial 3 is the value we need. So the function called is factorial 3. Factorial 3 means 3 into factorial 2. So now it calls factorial 2. Again, factorial 2 is 2 into factorial 1. Again, it calls factorial 1. Factorial 1 is 1 into factorial 0. When factorial 0 is called, it returns a value 1 because inside the function we have given if n equals 0, return 1. So here you got the value 1 into factorial. So 1 into factorial 0, that is 1 into 1, it returns the value 1. Again 2 into 1, 2. 3 into factorial 2, that is 3 into 2, that is 6. This is how it returns. So to get factorial 3, it has to call functions factorial 2, factorial 1, factorial 0. Then only it can calculate the value. So this is the recursive nature of a recursive function. Okay, so to get factorial 2, factorial 1 and factorial 0 has to be completed. To get factorial 1, factorial 0 has to be completed. So now you would have got a clear idea of how recursive function works.